right, so this will be the first video we're doing. I'm sitting here with Charlie. Charlie, if you want to give us the year, make, and model of your car.
The year, make, and model it's designed as it sets as a 66 Shelby. The title actually says 65 on it, but that's the way I built it. So.
And that brings up a more interesting question. This was not a bought car. This was a you built it car.
This is I built car.
So
I built it, and we went through 2 weeks of mixing paint just to get the color that we wanted for the car.
So what is the actual color? I mean, if it's not a specific paint code, I'm guessing.
No, it is not a specific paint code. We mixed 2 reds, one with a black base coat, one with a red base coat, and mixed it 3/4 to 1/4, and that's the color we came up with. And it's got a red base coat underneath it.
So what got you into cars in the first place? I know that's a long time ago for some of us.
It is, and I grew up in South Florida, and everybody was street racing, and I bought a 65 R-Code Mustang for $2,500 from a guy that took it to Germany with him that was in the Air Force, never drove it, and when I bought it for $2,500, and all I did was change rear end gears, and then went racing every weekend.
back when street racing penalties weren't nearly as bad as they are now.
That's right.
So this is what, 70s? I'm just trying to get a timeline.
That was in the middle 70s.
So back when they were neutering cars instead of putting power behind them.
That was it.
When
it
the emissions chokeouts were happening.
Like 74, 75 is when I bought it.
Yeah, so that would have been the first year of the changeover for the Mustang. Would have been 74 to the 2s, where they choked them down, and that was the only year they didn't do a V8.
It was a 65.
Nice.
And it sat in Europe for a few years, and he never drove it. So when I bought it, it only had 3,800 miles on it.
So when did you get this particular one?
This one I found in Iowa on the internet about 15 years ago, and it was blue and white, and they were racing it out there. So I was on the road working all the time for an engineering company, so I made a trip to Iowa and looked at it and bought it and brought it home. And it was blue and white at the time. So I didn't like blue and white, so I decided to change it. So I turned it to red and black.
So let's go to a little pan around the car at the moment. We did some pre-shooting videos where we walked around the car, so we'd have them up for this.
And I tricked it out to where the side scoops right there,
these
behind the door, they're actually functional and are tubed into the rear disc brakes.
So for some air cooling on the disc brake.
And because I wanted those rims didn't come out until 67. They wouldn't fit disc brakes. So instead of milling the rim, I milled the caliper to fit the rim. And I've got an 1/8 of an inch clearance between the caliper and the rim on the rear.
That's tight clearance.
That's one of the reasons I put air coolers on them.
Nice. Then of course you've got your side pipes coming out here. And
yes, I do.
You custom built all the exhaust on this too, correct?
Custom built the exhaust, and since they were road racing the car, it's got a full frame underneath it.
And when I say Charlie custom built the exhaust, I don't mean he went to a shop and paid them. I mean he actually welded up, did the metal work and the fab. So when on this particular car, when we say he did the work, we really do mean he did the work himself.
I did the work, and because of it, there's 4 collectors, header collectors underneath the car. There's one at the header, then about 18 inches back where I put my electric cutouts for my headers, there's another collector. Just in case I had to change a clutch in the car, I didn't have to pull the whole exhaust system out. I could just pop 2 collectors and they fall down, and now I can get my transmission out and get my clutch.
Nice.
And flywheel out if I have to.
And I don't think we'll be able to see it from here, but the rear disc brakes that are under there, when these originally came with drums, so you did a full-wheel disc conversion all the way around.
I did a 4-wheel disc conversion. It's got a Curry rear end underneath it when I put it together.
And then one of my favorite parts of the car, which most people don't even catch, is this is metal.
Yes, it is.
That is custom. That is not normal. And you manufactured and made this yourself,
I
right?
made all that.
So it's just
The side pieces and the trunk and all that kind of good stuff. I made a lot of parts and pieces on this car that you couldn't get anymore. So it's all fun. It gave me something to do for about 4 years.
And what engine and drivetrain are under this?
The engine that, when I bought the car, they had already blown the 289 up, and they had a 68 J-Code 302 in it, which has a lot of nickel in it from Ford. So I took it and punched it to 347 cubic inches, 13 to 5 to 1 pistons in it, 0 gap rings. I put twin 4 barrels, aluminum cylinder heads, shock ping rods, steel crankshafts, and built it. And I got way out of hand when I built it.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in a minute. That happens with all of our cars real
I am
fast.
notorious for doing that to engines. My boat was the same way.
Yeah. Time frame, how long start to finish did this take?
4.5 years.
And I mean, that's actually humping it.
And that is tearing it down to a bare chassis sitting on the floor of my shop.
All right, and front to back, on the low end estimate, what does it take to build one of these? Low end estimate.
Low end estimate, you're going to have 60 to 80 grand in it.
Yeah.
A high end estimate, you're pushing 6 figures.
Oh yeah, easily.
You're going to go over 100, 110.
Those of us that have been doing it a while know the best advice I can ever give anybody that wants to get into collector cars or in restoring one is just don't.
No,
Don't. And whatever budget you set, double it is normally what I tell
it's
them.
expensive to do.
Again, a lot of I normally tell people to buy a base of what you're looking at and then modify it from there, get a good clean base of what you want, and then modify it versus trying to start one of these from rust and the ground up.
Yeah, from scratch.
I mean, I can't tell you how many of these that I've got way too much money in.
Yeah, and when I did it, I took all the flaws out of it. I raced them when I was a teenager and in my early 20s and all the way into my 30s, so I knew where all the flaws were at. So there's no spot welds in that car. It's all welded solid. When I replaced some of the floor pans, instead of replacing the whole pan, I did sections and then welded it inside the car solid and then went up underneath it and welded it solid again. So then the frame rails went underneath it and we put it on a frame machine and we twisted it back square. I bolted them in, but before we cut it loose, I welded those solid.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that the rear on these, on the fastbacks, would twist. Like
twist.
from the factory, and the Mach 1s were the most notorious in '69, where on takeoff there would be so much torque that it would actually twist the car and the body.
Twist the car where you couldn't open a door. They would twist so bad. And I had a 67 big block that did it. I launched it one time, got to the end of the track, and you couldn't open the passenger door. It twisted so hard. So I fixed all that
And
in this one.
And another important part of the discussion that a lot of people overlook is this one's not a trailer queen. This car is a great looking car. It's a phenomenal car, but I'll go ahead and tell you, I have never seen Charlie show up to a show with this thing on a trailer.
Nope.
This car, if he's going to take it somewhere, he drives it.
I drive it. I don't care where I'm going. I don't care if I'm going to Macon, South Georgia, North Florida. I'm driving it.
It's not a trailer queen. This one is.
I built the car to drive, and if you can't drive it, it ain't worth having. That's just me.
Nope. As long as I've known you, you've had this car. And I mean, honestly, I can't even tell you the first time we met. I know we met at a car show. There's no way around that. Half the people I've met, I met at car shows.
Yep.
But no, I've never once seen this thing on the back of a trailer, and very rarely have I seen somebody else be allowed to work on it besides one of us.
Yep. That's it.
But no, and then so what advice would you give anybody that wants to get into the hobby? Younger guys, not our age.
You better have some deep pockets or making a ton of money to do it.
Yeah. Like I tell a lot of the kids, start out with a lower end one that you're going to just rat rod. Don't make it a perfect, don't try to go for a show queen.
Nope.
Go for learning how to make one from scratch, drive it,
Build
maintain it. Once you've learned how to maintain one, then you can start building one.
Then you can build one.
But
yep.
learning to maintain it yourself is huge in this hobby.
Yes, it is, because
So how many fights did this cause with you and the wife, Miss Wanda?
Ooh, almost divorced. But I had to make a choice between building this or putting the Pro Gas car back on the track. And I decided to build this instead of going back racing because she said she was not playing pit crew no more, and she was not going onto the starting line to dump fuel into it to make it crank. So I got rid of it and built this instead.
But that's awesome. Any other features on the car that we need to be aware of or you want to point out to us that we haven't maybe thought about?
No, not a lot. The biggest thing is the side scoops are totally functional.
Is the hood scoop functional?
Hood scoop's functional, and it's got it's fiberglass hood, but it has the original steel ribs underneath the fiberglass. And I blew some of the hood pins off of it once before, so I had to change them.
Yeah, next time we do a shop day at the shop, we'll probably put this thing up on the lift and look under it as well to get a good video shot under it, because the custom look under this thing's amazing.
You will look. You'll see stuff. It's like all the hoses from the calipers all the way to the front to the master cylinder.
You're talking about your hinges. Our AV guy just came around the corner and was like,
they're all steel.
he made a signal like a damn alligator, but he meant hinges.
Yeah, all the stuff is steel braid hoses, fuel lines, brake lines. I've got special hood hinges in it that are aluminum, billet aluminum. Keep it, when it's running, keep the hood from shaking apart.
Oh yeah, we're not playing the audio right now in the studio, but they'll hear the audio of this thing. They made sure to film it with those open headers going. I mean,
when it runs, so.
we can generally hear Charlie coming like 4 minutes before he gets here. Normally it's like, oh, Charlie's almost here.
Yep, almost. It's a little loud when I want it to be. It has electric dumps on it with a toggle switch in it, and I can even change the master cylinder.
Does this one have the T5 in it, or did you go with the original 4-speed?
It's got the original 4-speed in it. It's got 370 gears in the back of it, which are the only ones I could get at the time I was building it. It needs 340s, 335s in the back of it, but I ain't got around to changing the chunk.
Yeah, I had 373s and I couldn't stay on the ground. I had to put mine back to 355s.
Uh-huh. So it needs to go down to a 340 with the horsepower. It'll pull them.
That's awesome.
It's producing 550 when I tune it out, but
this thing gets all kinds of attention at the shows. I mean, it's a showstopper for sure.
I try to keep it detuned down to around 475 to 490 maybe.
Yeah, because what size tires are you running on the back?
They're basically 15-inch.
But the width, what are we, like 225?
225s.
Okay.
Something like that. They're not real wide.
Yeah, so trying to put 500 horse to the ground on a 225 patch, I mean, yeah, I can imagine that's going to come loose quick.
It will get away from you in a hurry.
That's where experience comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
But I appreciate you bringing it out this morning and letting us film it for sure.
Yeah, because it has no power brakes and no power steering. You drive that car.
That's awesome.
And that's just the way I built it. So, but it's fun.
All right, well, we're going to bring it down to a close. We thank you guys for joining us.
Anytime.